this lesson, we're going to look at how we classify living things. So taxonomy is the classification used, and we use this to group our organisms. We also have something called nomenclature. This is the naming system where we're using Latin names for different organisms. We're not really going to get into nomenclature all that much, although you can know that the organisms will be named after their genus and then their species, and that's how they're named. One of the reasons why we use such long Latin names in science is because it's universal. That means if you're studying a robin in the United States and someone else is studying a robin in Great Britain, the robin species that they have in Great Britain is not the same as the robin species we have here in North America. So there could be some confusion if you were just to list it as a robin in your research papers, because they're not the same species. But if you use their Latin names through nomenclature, then there's no confusion because their Latin names are different. So the common names sometimes can be the same, but mean different, be referring to different species. Here we're just going to look at classification system. So we go from the largest group down to the most specific. So big to small, general to specific. We have kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Well, there's a little way you can remember this. King, Philip, came over for grandma's soup. This helps you to keep it in order. So king, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Everything in life is put into a kingdom, and then the kingdoms are broken down into phylums and so on. So these are the kingdoms. We have the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the fungi kingdom, protists, eubacteria, and archaebacteria. This is where we are. Hopefully we all understand that we are part of the animal kingdom. And basically you're going to see that the animals, plants, fungi, protists are more similar than these two. So these two, eubacteria and archaebacteria, are more similar to each other, and the other four are more similar to each other than those. So here's an example. If we look at a bullfrog, it is in the kingdom Animalia, the animal kingdom. It's a chordate. It's an amphibian, which is its class. Coelentia is the order. Ranidae is the family. Rana is the genus. And then this big long word right here is the species. And notice we put the genus before it because that's how we name things. So if we're referring to the bullfrog by its Latin name, this would be the name that we would use, knowing that it is in each one of these other groups as well. So this can be done for every organism that exists on the planet. Every living thing is part of some kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. And if they come up and they locate a new organism that's not been classified yet, they'll go through a series of steps and they'll put it into each of these categories.